July 19, 2026, MetLife Stadium, New Jersey. In a few minutes, one man walks out in front of 80,000 people and a television audience past 1 billion and takes charge of the most valuable single match ever played. He will run further than most of the players out there. He will make more than 200 decisions, and every one of them will be judged in slow motion by the whole planet. For 90 minutes, no one alive holds more power over this game than he does. And for all of it, he is paid about $120,000. Not tonight. That is his whole World Cup. The two teams he is about to control are playing for $50 million. That is not an oversight. That is the design. The most powerful man on the pitch is the cheapest one on it. This is wage bill, and this is the invisible ledger. Last time, we filled in who actually gets paid at the World Cup final, from the $50 million squad at the top down to the rows that just say zero. Tonight we take one line out of that ledger and read the entire thing, top to bottom. The referee's full payslip, every figure on it is a real, reported number, and by the end, you will understand why FIFA prices the most important official in world football, exactly like this. And why it is on purpose. Start with what you already believe about this man, because you do believe something. You have watched him your whole life. You assume that the person trusted to control the biggest match on earth is paid like it is the biggest match on earth, a specialist, the best in the world at the single most scrutinized job in the single most watched event in the world. Surely that pays. So let us actually read the slip. FIFA does not publish one. So we build it from the numbers the reporting agrees on, and we lay it out the way FIFA never will. Line 1. The base fee. For the entire tournament. 6 weeks, the fitness testing, the isolation, the psychological load of knowing a single missed call trends worldwide in seconds. A World Cup referee in 2026 receives a base fee of about $70,000. Line 2. Match fees. He does not get the $70,000 for showing up and going home. He is paid per game he is trusted with. About $3,000 for a group stage match. About $10,000 for a knockout match where a mistake ends a nation's tournament. Line 3. The final itself. The biggest single assignment in the sport falls in the knockout category. That is another $10,000 with the possibility of a final bonus that FIFA has never made public. Add the realistic path of a referee good enough to be handed the final. The deep run, the group games, 4 or 5 knockout rounds, and the whole slip comes to somewhere around $120,000. A very good professional salary for 6 weeks. Hold that number, because here is the man holding the whistle in some of your memories of it. Pierluigi Collina. For years, the most recognizable referee on the planet. A face more famous than most of the players he officiated. Even at the very top of this profession, at its most iconic, the payslip does not change shape. The job does not scale, like the game around it does. Put the referee next to the men he is refereeing. Winning tonight instead of losing moves a squad's prize from $33 million to $50 million. $17 million decided in 90 minutes, split across 26 players. That is roughly $650,000 a man. Or more than $7,000 for every minute they are on the pitch. So watch the clock. At $7,000 a minute, a winning player earns the referee's entire World Cup. The base fee, every match fee, the final, all of it. In about the first 15 minutes of the match the referee is running. He will still be out there for another 75 in full control. Having already been lapped financially before the first cooling break. Now turn the slip over. Because the referee is not even the bottom of this pay structure. He is the top of it. Look at the officials around him, the 2 assistant referees running the lines. The ones who call the offsides that get frozen frame by frame. Start from a base of about $25,000 with smaller match fees on top. The video officials, the VAR room, sit at roughly the same base. And here is the quiet absurdity of the modern game. The VAR booth is now one of the most decisive rooms at any World Cup. There are more people in it than ever. More screens, more angles, more authority to overturn the man on the grass. More officials, deciding more of the match, each paid a fraction of the one referee we started with, who is himself paid a fraction of any single player. The pay does not follow the responsibility. It never has. It follows one thing only, and that one thing is getting worse, not better. Go back to 2014. A World Cup referee that year earned roughly half of what one earns now, about $50,000. So referee pay has doubled in 12 years. That sounds generous until you draw the other line on the same chart. Over those same 12 years, the wages at the very top of the men's game did not double. They went vertical. The referee's line crawls, the player's line leaves the frame. The two people standing on the exact same grass on the exact same night have been drifting apart in value for a generation. And the gap is not closing. It is accelerating. So why does FIFA let it? An organization that projects $13 billion in revenue for this cycle could pay the referee of its showpiece final almost anything it wanted and never feel it. It chooses not to. And the reason is the most revealing line on the whole slip. The one written in invisible ink, call it the neutrality discount. A striker is allowed to be rich, glamorous, sponsored, adored. You are supposed to want to be him. But the referee is sold to you as the opposite. Neutral, invisible, incorruptible. A man with no stake in the result. FIFA needs you to believe he cannot be bought. And the cheapest way to sell that story is to make sure he was never bought in the first place. Keep him salaried like a senior civil servant, not a star. Keep him replaceable. Keep him grateful for the appointment, a referee who could walk away, who had real leverage, who was paid like the billion-dollar match he controls. That referee could negotiate. He could make demands. He could, in theory, be worth buying. So independence becomes the excuse, and leverage is the real reason. FIFA prices the one man, who must not be bought, as cheaply as it possibly can, and calls it integrity. That is the neutrality discount. The more essential your neutrality, the less power you are allowed to have to charge for it. Now the honest other side. Because this channel does not do villains without a defense. $120,000 for 6 weeks of work is a genuinely excellent wage. Most people watching tonight will not earn that in 2 years. FIFA also covers the referees' travel, their hotels, their meals, their daily allowance. So the fee sits on top of a fully funded tournament. And elite referees earn far more across a full season from their domestic leagues. The World Cup fee is a bonus on top of a career, not the career itself. And the limits of what we can prove. FIFA publishes no official pay table, so every figure on this slip is reported, not confirmed. Treat them as the best available estimates, not gospel. The exact size of any final bonus is unknown. We are reading a payslip that FIFA has gone out of its way not to hand us. That absence is itself part of the story. So read the finished slip one last time. Base fee, match fees, the biggest match on earth, a total that a player he governs earns before the first substitution. A room of officials beneath him, earning less to decide more. And a governing body that could change any of it tonight and instead prices his neutrality at a discount and calls it a virtue. The most powerful man on the pitch is the cheapest one on it, not by accident, by design. Which leaves you the question, and I want the honest answer. If you were FIFA, would you pay the referee of the World Cup final like the $50 million match he controls? And risk making him powerful enough to bargain? Or do you keep him cheap, replaceable, and clean? Pick a side in the comments. The best case for each gets pinned. There is another invisible ledger already waiting on the screen. Go and read it.